how it's supposed to feel.
Windows Defender versus Acronis. Welcome back, guys, to another test. So it's been a while since I've tested Windows Defender and Acronis, so I thought I'll put these two head to head in today's test. Now with Defender, we are going to use Defender with the Defender UI utility, so we're giving Defender a bit of steroids today in this test. But just to look at Defender itself, you guys will see we have pretty much everything enabled. We do have controlled folder access. We do have core isolation. We have vulnerability driver block list. We do have firewall and things like that. But we are going to use the Defender UI. It is on a custom profile. There was just a one setting that I changed myself. But yeah, as you guys can see, we're going to use real-time protection. We'll check for signatures. There are no exclusions. If we go over to basic, so pretty much everything is enabled. We did put to the protection level for cloud to 0 trust and wait 60 seconds. Smart screen is user, so then obviously I'll have to attend to that. The sample submission is sent to automatic. And then hide threat history, enhanced notifications. Then under advanced, we're going to pretty much scan for everything. CPU utilization, we're capping on 50%. And then on the attack surface reduction rules, we pretty much set everything to on. And then Defender guard, and that's pretty much that. So we're going to use it in the Defender UI. On Acronis, still looks the same as the last time I've tested it, so I haven't changed the interface as of yet. It is a bit squished in the view, so just bear with me. Yeah. So these are just additional settings in Acronis because it's a all-in-one solution. It's anti-malware, it's backup, and things like that. But yeah, we'll check for updates again. Okay, so these are just the normal average settings, but we are going to go to the AV settings quickly. Okay, so under the active protection, I'm just going to move this to the side. We have pretty much everything enabled here: real-time protections, smart access, quarantine, detect malicious files, web filtering, which we're going to test as block and notify. Under the AV scan, we did disable the scan, so I don't want any scans to remove threats while we test. Vulnerability assessment, and then under advanced, the download protection updates. I'm just going to untick it and manually check for updates before we start the test. And I would say that's about it for what we're going to test for Acronis. So let's get the protection disabled and get the nasties extracted. Alright, we are back in action. Now, I don't normally show this much, but for those who have ever wondered what type of Windows 11 I'm using, I am using the latest versions, 23H2, so that will also be important for those who might be more interested in the Windows Defender results. So it is on Windows 11 Pro and on 23H2 version, and they all are fully up to date as well. Now we have 1,093 samples for today, so I'm going to try and keep it as short as possible with the test. So we obviously have all variants, as you guys can see, application files ranging from false positives just to PUPs, and then all flavors of the Trojan rainbow. And then we do have some compressed files, some Java files, some HTML files, PDF files, fileless malware, and so forth. Now we're just going to close that. Okay, let's quickly make sure that these two programs are up to date. So I'm going to do what I said before. I'm just going to disable that so that I can check for updates. Okay, so protection is relevant. Okay, so Acronis is up to date. I'm just going to tick that back. Gonna go to active protection, gonna switch this on. Okay, so if you guys ever wondered what's the difference between smart access and on execution, on access scans only executable files when they are launched to ensure they will not cause damage to the machine. We are going to use smart on access, monitors all system activities and automatically scans files when they are accessed. So we're going to use smart scan. Okay, so Defender is up to date. I think there's nothing else I actually disabled. We have web protection enabled. Okay. Now Defender is up to date. I am just going to enable it like so. Okay, that is actually enabled. We're going to do that. And then tamper protection. Oh, tamper protection we need to leave off for now. Okay. I just disabled all of this just to make sure that there's no interference. Okay, I think that's that. We have pretty much everything. We're going to save it. Takes a couple of seconds to save. Okay, I think that is saved. We can enable tamper protection. Okay, as you guys can see, Defender is happy. We have pretty much everything enabled. Control folder access is still enabled. So no cheating, we are keeping it as fair as possible. Core isolation is still enabled. And we did save our custom profile. Okay, so just to glance over it again, you guys can always just pause the video. Okay, and you'll notice now that the DUI tool is blue where it was red. We're going to save this for Acronis. Okay, let's just check our security center. Okay, there we go. Okay, so Acronis is back as our active AV. So let's close this. So the first test will be the website test. We're not going to do an email test for this one as well. I'll do email test a little bit later again because it does add time to the videos. Okay, so we're just waiting for all these files to download and open. So the website test is a combination of phishing links, malicious files that download it, and things like that. So as you can see, we do have this. We're going to say block. Okay. Let's say keep. Let's just see if they do download. So there was only one pop-up from Acronis. Okay, that's updated. Thanks Edge for that. Okay, so it seems like that page is not resolving. That might be downloading a file. I'm gonna try and be one of those users, but I'm gonna avoid the AV protecting me. I'm just gonna say no, keep it anyway. Okay, so it seems like Defender is blocking these threads, so that's good. I'm not gonna keep on re-downloading them. So it seems like we might have 1-2 misses, and it seems like everything else was stopped. Okay, so it seems like the same week's one was missed. And okay, cool. So here we do have Acronis block pages, so that's great. Nice, simple and easy. It does give you the proceed anyway. And yeah, so it seems like we have the same 2 misses for Defender. So these could be legitimate sites or actually not, and they just both being missed. But I would say that's a draw. And then what I did not mention again is we are using the Proton VPN for both of these VMs. Okay, so it seems like Defender. So we have this bin file. This is a partially downloaded file, and we have an application that downloaded. So by judging this, it looks like Defender actually won the website test. Okay, cool. So 1 win for Defender. Now we're going to jump over to the main event. Let me just put this bad boy and just pause that thing a bit. Okay, now that we've got it, I'm going to execute this file manually later on. Okay, so as you guys can see, we're getting pop-ups from Acronis and pop-ups from Defender. Nothing has opened up yet on Acronis, it seems. Okay, yeah, we've got one Explorer, but we don't have any physical files or Office documents that opened as of yet. But we do have a lot of failed executions here for Defender. Here's our first one. Okay, I'm just going to install this one. Okay, we're going to extract this file here. That's done. Okay guys, so I gave you guys a quick glance of the execution process. So I'm just going to tend to all the pop-ups, install all the programs, and let everything just run as normal. If there's anything interesting showing, machines rebooting or crashing or things like that, I'll point it out. But hopefully the test will go smoothly, and then once the test is done, I'll show you guys the results, and then we'll take it from there. Okay, the malware test is finished. Now we're going to have a quick look at our results and what condition the VMs are, and if we can spot any types of IOCs and things like that. Now, according to PE, we only have one thread that is still currently running, and on the Acronis, it seems like we have two issues. I'm just going to go back to that. Okay, and they're not the same issues. I'm not sure why that one. Let's go back. Okay, so the one for Defender is a Trojan. Seems like a couple of vendors are aware of this file. I'm not really gonna spend too much time on the thread itself. Okay, so as you guys can see, so there is a thread running currently. Now the one or the two for Acronis seems like it's maybe a joke or flasher. Could just be a harmless malware actually. It says joke Frank, so it could be just that. And then the other one is a stealer, so this I think is a little bit more serious. Trojan. Okay, so this one seems a little bit more serious. Okay, let's quickly look at our startup items. Okay, on Defender, it seems like we have a couple of startup items, but they are broken. It was broken, so they should disappear. I've got this one here. This one is still intact. Update the running Windows startup. So that one there, and that's about it. On Acronis, we've got this one, it's broken, so then obviously we've got Acronis. We've got the same one that we've got on Defender, but it is broken as well. Same one here. And yeah, I would say that's that. I got still fairly similar startup items, but the one that looks odd seems to be for Defender is this one. Okay, let's quickly have a look at our programs. Okay, so on Defender, this is the apps that we have. Obviously, you guys know what the default apps are that I use, so this is one of them. But this is new, the Terra agent. So a lot of threat actors do use RMM solutions to also compromise networks. They'll sign up for free trials or whatever they need to do to get their hands on their own dashboard, and then they'll deploy these agents to the machine so that they obviously then get remote access. And as the majority of you guys know, with RMM solutions, there's a lot of PowerShell, a lot of commands that you can send to the machine to either scan for AVs or disable or install or do remote control or file transfer and all those things. So they tend to abuse these RMM systems like a Terra or Action One or things like that. But yeah, I've got a couple of programs here, but I think the majority of them are legitimate. They might just be PUPs with Acronis. We don't see the Terra agent here. Yeah, so it just seems like a lot of PUPs for me. Now let's have a quick squiz at our files. Okay, I don't think there's any ransomware, so I think that's good. Anything additionally downloaded during the test? Nope, doesn't seem like it. Oh, we still had these files. Let's execute them. Let's see what they do. I actually forgot to execute them. Let's quickly do it. Say yes. Okay, so it seems like there's something loaded. Okay, so that seems to be a threat. Okay, let's see what it's going to do. Okay, that's a fairly low score. Okay, let's see on virus total what this might be. Trojan, black, generic. Okay. Seems like they are running. I need a 14. Okay, let's go to documents. Documents. Okay, cool. Seems good. No post exploit, no ransomware or remote ransomware. Pictures are good, and I would say that's that. Okay. Oh, we have this exe. Let's just check. Okay. Nonetheless, I'm gonna reboot these machines, get them updated. We'll do the scans, and then we'll look at the results. Okay, so I had to let Acronis run overnight as it was taking really long to do the scans, and with Defender I had to take actions numerous times for the same threads, but it seems like it is under control now, but it does jump from yellow. Oh, never mind, my words weren't even called. So it keeps doing this, so it is this PowerShell. I'll show you guys the details. So there is this ongoing attack, it seems, and I keep blocking it, but as you guys can see, we did do a full scan. And then with Acronis, let's quickly look at the scan report for the full scan. 99 files were quarantined. Okay, so these were all the files that were quarantined, but we did do a full scan, so I think we are done. With Defender we are done as well, but just as a reference, we do still have quite a number of samples, excluding the folder and my script, which will then be 575. So we do still have quite a number of files within the samples folder, and for Acronis we've got a lot less. We've got 119 files minus the 2 scripts, or so it's then 574 actually then on Defender. Sorry. If we look at the programs that are still installed for Defender after the full scan, so these are the programs, not that many. Same with Acronis. maybe a little bit more, but very similar to the Defender. And then we just have the Atera agent that's still running, and on the Acronis machine we do have the servers though. Let's quickly look at this. Okay, so it's adware predominantly, it seems. So so it's just a little bit more unwanted, so it's not a real threat, it seems. But just quickly looking at it, it could obviously be much worse, but it just seems like it's adware. And yeah, I would say that's that. Let's quickly just double check our startup items. Okay, so that one is still broken, and then it seems like that other one was removed. So we've got this exe that's running, so this could be a problem. Okay, but yeah, still very similar to Defender. Okay, I'm gonna restart him, do the third-party opinion updates, do the scans, and then we'll wrap up the test. Okay guys, so the scans are done, so let's wrap up this test. Now if we look at Hitman Pro for them both, we've got 18 threads versus 44 threads. So it seems like everything's on the app data roaming, so this is outside our normal locations. But this just seems to be a program that might have installed, because it seems like all these files are related to that program. And then we've got a suspicious updater for VLC. And then we've got in the temp folder for one of the zip files. And yeah. Now on Acronis, we have app data local, then the software manager, then we've got app data software manager as well. So seems like the majority of the files here is also, oh no, so a couple of them are related to the program that installed. And then we've got the same one, I think, 2354 PDF, so it seems like the same program installed. And then we've got a couple of files under the ZHW folder directly on the C drive. Okay, so it seems like we've got a little bit more problems here. On NPE we've got 5 versus 13, no highs, and we've got 4 highs for Acronis. So on the broken files, I'm not sure why it's complaining about the Kaspersky virus removal tool, so we will just deduct that one. So it's actually then 4, and then doesn't seem like it's being detected on this side. Okay, so close that. Okay, if we look at MSciSoft, we've got 5 issues versus 14 issues. Seems like the majority of the issues are this one is C program data, PowerShell script, and then we've got app data. And then yeah, that's about it, app data. On the Acronis machine we've got this one program files, PUP, and then app data local as well, PUP. Okay. Okay, now with the Kaspersky virus removal tool, which is not malware, we've got this not a virus remote add-them, so the Atera. And then we've got this backdoor PowerShell, and then that was the other one that was also detected, and then also not a virus again. On this one we've got a high risk okay, so this one is under public libraries, and then we've got not a virus, and then okay, so I'm just gonna say skip all. Just so that we can close it. On the ESET quick scan, I did stop the scans. It was running a little bit too long, so I tried to keep the scan file quantity the same to keep it fair. So we've got 11 versus 20 detections. So on Defender, program files. Okay, and that's about that. Okay, on Acronis, program files here again. app data local, roaming, and then public libraries. Okay, now last but not least, we've got Malwarebytes. 72 versus 84. So we've got this C, this folder that was created. So it seems like the majority is just PUPs with those two malware there. And then a whole bunch of registry keys, but it's related to that one program that's installed. Okay, now on Acronis, got a PUP here as well, a couple of PUPs. And then there's a malware there, C user adapt data. Okay, but you guys get the idea. Okay, and a couple of registry keys as well. I'll close that. Okay, so let's look at our installed app. So it's a little bit less now than what it was initially. On Acronis. Okay. Okay, so on Acronis it doesn't seem like we've got anything running, and then on Defender as well. And yeah, okay, cool. Okay, guys, I would say that's the end of this test. So let's quickly recap. I think Defender did a little bit better on the website test than Acronis, but very, very close. When it comes to the malware test, I would say it's a very mixed results. I can definitely see that Defender was struggling a bit to get rid of the threads, but if we look at all types of IOCs on the machine, it doesn't seem like Defender has as many as Acronis, so it seems like there's a little bit more left over on Acronis with programs that are installed and whatever the third-party opinion scanners are actually picking up. But I would say it's still very close, but I would say the win goes to Defender overall, but not by a big margin. I would say Acronis did also really similar, but yeah, let me know what you guys thought about the test. Let me know if which one you think actually won. But if I take the overall of third-party scans, how much malware actually got executed, what got installed, what was left over, and things like that, I would say Defender just took the edge over Acronis. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about the test. Hit me up in the comments for more tests and give me your opinion. And then after this, you guys will look at the graph for every section. And as again, this is just sections that I kind of calculate myself, so they're not mathematically accurate. So just take it with a pinch of salt. And yeah, let me know what you guys thought, and then I'll catch you guys in the next test. And thanks again for watching.